Talk. This is episode 1 with Theola and Jazz.
Hi.
So I'm Theola. I'm a licensed realtor and mortgage loan officer for Alabama and Georgia. And I've been in the mortgage industry since 2013. And this is Jasmine.
Hi. My name is Jasmine. I am a real estate agent for Georgia and Alabama as well. I also do credit restoration and home, auto, and life insurance as well. It's nice to meet you guys, and I can't wait to deep dive into real estate with you all.
Yes. So tonight what we're doing, we're making some lobster and shrimp linguine, and we're going to go over some first-time home buyers tips, what we feel are the most important things and steps based on questions that we get all the time from homeowners. First-time home buyers mostly, but all homeowners, of course.
Definitely.
Good, Jazz.
Okay, so we're going to just dive right into it. The number one question that we always get is, what is step number 1? Okay, and that is find a realtor.
Right.
Okay, when I say find a realtor, it doesn't have to be someone that you know. It can be someone that is well known around the city, that knows exactly what they're talking about, that's probably been in the business for a couple of years. You want to make sure that this person has had a few transactions under their belt, just to make sure that they're giving you the best service possible.
Right, I agree with that. And don't be afraid though to use your family and your friends, because a lot of people think that using their family and their friend that they're going to be in your business, they're going to be all in your finances, or they're going to share your finances with other people in your family or your friend circle or your sphere. But they're really not, because as realtors and definitely as loan officers, we have fiduciary duties, and there's a level of confidentiality that we have to follow and not share your information, not with your mother, not with my mom, not with auntie, not with TT.
Yeah.
So don't think that we are just going to just share your information, like, don't tell this person. Because me personally, when I work with my friends, the transaction is totally separated from my friendship, my family.
Exactly.
Nobody in the family knows, because legally I cannot. My tongues are legally tied.
Right.
So don't be afraid to use your family member
For sure.
in the process. Okay.
Definitely. Okay. Moving right along to step number 2, and this is our favorite step. Get pre-qualified.
Yes.
You want to make sure before we start shopping, because if you don't get pre-qualified, you don't know exactly where we can go shop at. So definitely back up.
Hey, don't pay no attention. Go ahead.
You definitely want to make sure that you are not shopping for a $300,000 home and you're only qualified for $150,000. You're wasting my time as well as yours. So we want to make sure that you are pre-qualified.
Exactly. No window shopping.
No
That's what we
window
call
shopping.
window shopping. No, I cannot drive my gas that is so expensive right now to take you to look for a home, and we don't know your budget. You cannot go, like she said, you cannot go looking for a $300,000, $350,000 house, and you're not qualified. And you, like she said, you don't want to waste your time or mine.
Exactly, because time is of the essence. Okay.
Right.
The step number 3, which is the best and most fun step of it all, and that is the home search.
Yes.
So we're pre-approved. You found your realtor. Now we are shopping. We are shopping. Not too much on the shopping though. We want not too much on the shopping. No, I'm just kidding.
No, she's not kidding. That is the absolute truth. We're not showing 20 houses no more.
Right.
They say that 5 seconds after you walk into the house, you know that that house is yours. So now I want to say I've broken it down to 5 houses max. Now, if you put a contract in on a house and you didn't win the contract, I understand that.
Right.
And you can keep looking. But seeing 20 houses, you're going to get confused. You're going to confuse yourself.
Right.
You're going to confuse your realtor. You're going to start getting frustrated, because literally after like the 6th house, you're going to get frustrated. I feel like once you see a house, at least 3 houses, you know what you like and love about that house.
Exactly.
Before then, you already know what you like. But then maybe with your budget, we have to scale it down. Or if you have a higher budget, you want to expand it. So after the 3rd house, I feel like, yes, you should have an idea of what's the house that you want.
Exactly.
And if I send you a house, you don't like it, that's cool. Find some houses that you really, really want to see.
Exactly.
You're not just going to go see a house because you want to see a house. No. We're going to see houses with intention.
With the intention.
Buying the actual house that you're
Exactly.
seeing. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
So I'm prepping, and Jazz is going to be talking while we're prepping.
Awesome. Okay, so we've seen 5 houses max, right? The next step is making an offer. Okay. The most exciting part.
Yes.
We are still in a multiple offer situation. Okay, it's not as extraneous as it was during COVID, but we are still in a multiple offer situation. So when we do make the offer, we want to make sure that we are not insulting the seller.
Right.
The offer needs to make sense. Okay, that is the most out of the few steps that we went over, this is going to be one of the most important steps as well.
If you like the house,
you
like the
house
house, and you want the house,
exactly,
go in with your best offer.
For sure.
Because a lot of people now, they think COVID is over. They want to ask for all these seller concessions.
Yes.
They want to lowball the seller. No, technically it's still a seller's market, but it is changing. It's still in that gray area where we are seeing more seller concession right now, and we are seeing the value of homes go down. But at the same time, you don't want to go out going insulting the sellers.
You do not.
Because as professionals, we are going to research what the comps are on the home before we suggest the offering price. And you should listen to us because we're realtors. We know what we're talking about.
We know what we're talking about. Okay? So moving right along. Your offer is accepted. Yay! We did it! Woo! The next step is getting the home inspected.
Yes.
Okay. So during COVID, a lot of this was skipped. People were skipping home inspection. We're not doing that anymore.
Which is crazy. First of all, we're never skipping inspections over here.
Ever.
We don't recommend any of our buyers to skip inspection.
Yes.
The home that you're going into, you want to inspect it. You want to make sure all inspections, including radon, if there's a basement, if there's a pool, you want to do a pool inspection. You want to do the typical home inspection and definitely the appraisal. We're not skipping any of those things.
Definitely not.
Not even during COVID. I didn't suggest any. I lost deals because I don't care. We're not skipping that. We're not giving 0 days due diligence to skip inspection. And if you do, that's on you.
Exactly.
But as a professional, again,
don't recommend it.
We're not doing that. We're
10
not
out of 10. Do not recommend.
Do not recommend at all.
Right. Okay. So we have our inspection done. Everything has came back A-okay. We're moving right along into appraisal and title search. So just because a home is listed for a certain amount does not mean that that home is worth that amount. Right. So you definitely want to get an appraisal on the property to make sure that the home appraises for what they're asking for. I'll let Viola get into this a little bit more.
All right. So like Jasmine said, that the home has to appraise.
Definitely.
A seller can, and if once we do our due diligence, we're going to make sure that you offer the right price. But like during COVID, people were offering all types of crazy prices, $50,000 over what the actual value of the home is.
Yes.
But right now, we're seeing that part of it taper off, which is a good thing.
Yes.
But the home, there's an appraisal. They're going to do an opinion of value on the home, and they're going to tell the bank what the home is actually worth. And that's what the bank is going to lend on. The bank is not going to lend on more than what the value of the home is.
For sure.
So the home, the house, the listing price is $300,000, but the appraiser came back and say no, it's $250,000. That's what it's worth. Somebody have to come up with that gap. During COVID, the buyers, for some reason, was doing like a $50,000 appraisal gap, which is crazy because you're already underwater at this point.
Definitely.
And so now that's not really happening so much no more. So we're gonna go back to Mr. Seller and say, hey, Mr. Seller, your house is not worth this much. It's not worth $300,000.
Right.
We're gonna need you to bring it down to that $50,000, by that $50,000, right?
Exactly.
And your agent's gonna negotiate back and forth. If you decide that you want to come up with that $50,000 extra, that's on you, but that's gonna go into your closing costs.
For sure.
Because the bank is not gonna lend you that extra $50,000. No, you cannot come back to me as a loan officer and say, Viola, can you wrap this $50,000 into my loan? Not possible, because as a lender, as a broker, I can't do that because the house is not worth that much. So yes and no. So we're gonna make sure the house is valued where it is. and that's why the appraisal is so important. FHA, a lot of people are scared of FHA, so if you come across the properties that say no FHA, that's because typically they're afraid of the FHA appraisals because as far as FHA, it's a government loan, so they want to make sure that the house is safe.
Right.
It's habitable.
Very strict.
And there's certain things that FHA appraisals look for in inspections when they're inspecting a home, and that's why some homes, and that's a whole nother topic, like house flipping and how long you own a home.
We'll get into it, I promise.
We'll get into that in a different video.
But and the last step, where are we going? To the closing table.
Ow.
The home has appraised, everything is A-okay. The offer has been accepted. You found your realtor. I'm just going backwards on this. Okay. Now we are heading to the closing table.
Your loan is clear to close.
You
got past the underwriters, the bulldogs, the ones y'all hate, which are the ones that take care of y'all.
Clear to close.
But we're clear to close. Now we're heading to the table.
That's a bit like music to my ears.
The best feeling.
Yeah. Clear to close.
It is.
And we're heading to the closing table. I love the closing table.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Okay.
So now, at the end of the day, if you're ever looking in the greater Atlanta area, we're both realtors. We would love to assist you in the future. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us via text or email or phone call.
And I'll add our contact information at the end of the video. So if you have any questions, give us a call. It was nice chatting with you all. Stay tuned for more episodes. This is episode 1. Episode 2 coming soon.